What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny, and in today's video we're going to be going over the statistics that nobody talks about when mentioning this weekend's fight at 154 pounds in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania between Jaron Ennis and Uisma Lima. Guys, before I continue, I want to say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's been with me since day one. If you haven't already, could you please remember to hit subscribe? Could you also give me a thumbs up on this video? Hit the notification button. Guys, I do live streams every day. I do these Stats Don't Lie video breakdown and predictions. Hit the notification bell so you could be notified every time I put out a video or do a live stream. One more thing, we launched our Johnny Says Boxing VIP membership. This is a monthly membership here on YouTube. It's a couple bucks a month. What you get is more access to myself, more access to my social medias, more accessibility during my live streams, but more importantly with this membership, you become a VIP member of our private professional boxing betting Discord. To learn more, click the link that's pinned in the comment section below. What's up, fight fans? We have another stacked week of boxing. We have fights all throughout the world. There's a big fight card in the UK. There's a big fight card in the States. This specific one is taking us to the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. At one time, I called PA home. I went to college for a few years at the University of Pittsburgh, so I'm very well acclimated with the state of Pennsylvania, and you fight fans, especially from that part of the world, are very well acclimated with Jaron Boots Ennis. So in this video, what we're gonna do is talk about Boots' first fight at 154 pounds, against the IBO world champion at 154 pounds, Uisma Lima. The IBO belt isn't recognized as one of the major belts, but there are parts of the world where the IBO is really well respected, and it is an achievement to achieve that sort of hardware around your waist. So in this video, what we're gonna do is break down both fighters. We're gonna talk about the A side, Jaron Ennis, see what he's been up to in his career. We'll talk about his opponent, Uisma Lima. We're gonna go over what each one does really well. We're gonna mention their game plans, what to expect as fight fans, and like always, stay tuned to the end of the video. That's where I'll be going over the current Las Vegas odds, and I'll be giving you my prediction and telling you where to put your money. Guys, Uisma Lima is not the fighter that everybody wanted to see Jaron Ennis fight next. We know that. He's not a household name, but what he is a legit champion at 154 pounds. The guy only has one blemish on his record. He's the sort of fighter that wants to be in a fight every time. He's gonna come in shape, he's gonna come in prepared, he's a front foot fighter. He is all action all the time. His only loss is to the undefeated Aaron McKenna. He took that fight at a weight class up at 160 pounds, and he took it on 5 days notice. McKenna won a wide decision, but I should also mention, and keep this in mind when we get to the odds at the end, he couldn't stop Lima. So, all things considered, Lima's one blemish, late notice fight against an undefeated prospect at the time who is now a contender, which a lot of people think Aaron McKenna will be a world champion at 160. You don't see a lot of guys trolling Janibek Elimhanaleh and Carlos Adames online like Aaron McKenna. McKenna is a guy that came over from the UK to train with Bomac at BMB Boxing. People talk really highly of him at 160 pounds. So with Lima, he has to look at that loss and wear it as a badge of honor to know that he went the distance, short notice, and held his own in there. This is his natural weight class at 54. He's a big guy. He's gonna be about an inch on paper taller than Jaron Ennis. And like I said, he's gonna come in, nothing new to him. He's traveled his whole career pretty much. He goes abroad, it's kind of what he does as the B-side. And look over the last 5-6 fights, he's fought all undefeated fighters and he's come out on top without being the A-side. So that should be mentioned. With Jaron Ennis, this is a guy who has world champion, world legacy status. People expect a lot from him. He's still pretty young, just now entering the physical prime of his career. This will be his first fight at 154 pounds. The southpaw is electric. He's fan-friendly, he could crack, he has good movement, he does things unorthodox at times, and he can be orthodox and disciplined at times. You're gonna see a guy who throws punches at different angles, he's gonna switch stance, he's gonna have fun, and when he starts cooking and starts boxing downhill, he is a nightmare to deal with. All in all, we'll see if Lima at 54 will be able to handle the offensive artillery that Jaron Ennis presents. And also we'll see if Jaron Ennis is going to be able to handle the extra pounds he brings up to 54. We know that he was killing himself to make 47. We know he was massive at that weight class. So a lot of us are excited to see him at this 154-pound weight class. I should mention the IBO, not a major belt, but the 4 current champions, because the winner of this fight will position themselves to fight for probably the WBC belt. The current champions at 54, to remind everybody, Abbas Baral, the newly minted 154-pound WBA champion. You have Murtazaev, the IBF champion. You have the WBC champion in Seb Fondora. Then you have the WBO champion in Xander Zayas. So like I said, whoever comes out on top, whether it's Ennis or Lima, should put themselves in a perfect position to fight for a full world title. Right now, I do want to take a closer look at the one-loss Uisma Lima and see what he's been up to in his career. Guys, Uisma Lima is 14-1 with 10 knockouts. His one loss, he lost a decision out of 2,302 fighters in the world at 154 pounds. He's ranked number 9. He's fought a career total of 81 pro rounds and carries into the ring a 71% career knockout to win ratio. He is the IBO World Super Welterweight Champion. The 32-year-old Southpaw was born in Angola, but calls Portugal home. We last saw him fight Koopman, 15-0, stopped him in the 9th. Bati, 19-0, UD in the 12th. Matavoishin, 18-0, stopped him in the 10th. Maruchan, 14-1, won a UD in the 8th. And the fight before that was Aaron McKenna. Like I told you, he lost a decision, took it on short notice, and went up a weight class. It's pretty much all you need to know about Uisma Lima. He is going to come in fearless. He does not care about traveling. He does not buy into the whole A side, B side. What he is going to want to do is stand there and trade with you. He is an aggressive fighter, a front foot fighter. He could punch, he could crack. Where he lacks a bit is kind of moving his head, keeping his chin down. As the fight cooks, he does get hit a lot. I don't want to say tailor-made for Jaron Ennis, but when you think about Ennis's last few performances, fighting a guy like Karen Chukachin for the second time, Karen is a mover. Karen is a guy who's slick. He uses the entire ring. And Ennis, I don't want to say struggled with Karen, but he didn't look like the way he looked against Aymana Stanionis. Stanionis is a flat-footed, front-foot guy, high guard, jab to get in, and will punch with you. And we saw what Ennis looked like against Stanionis. And this is kind of similar and akin as a style that Lima will present to Jaron Ennis. The question will be, will the weight class even matter? And will the power from 47 carry up for Boots? Right now, let's take a look at Ennis's career and see what he's been up to. Guys, Jaron Ennis is 34-0 with 30 knockouts. He's still currently ranked in the BoxRec welterweight rankings. He's ranked number 1. We know that he's vacated and he's moved up to 54. This is his first fight there. He's fought a total career of 124 pro rounds and carries into the ring an 88% career knockout to win ratio. His adoring fans know him as Boots, and the 28-year-old American is listed as an orthodox fighter, but we know he's a switch hitter, and he stands at 5'10" with a 74-inch reach. He was born and raised and proudly calls Philadelphia, PA, USA home. We last saw him fight Stanionis, 15-0, stopped him in the 6th. Chukachin, 24-2, UD in the 12th. Evanishin, 30-4, stopped him in the 5th. Vila, 26-1, stopped him in the 10th. Chukachin the first time, 21-1, won a UD in the 12th. I talked about this earlier on my live stream when I was breaking this down for the boys, and I said that a lot of boxing fans, casuals, will never give a guy his flowers when they're due. It's either always too late. For instance, with Jaron, people could dissect his resume and they'll say, who's he really fought? How many world champions has he fought? He's kind of been gifted sort of opponents. He couldn't stop this guy. He didn't look that good against this guy. And what I tell them is like, Jaron Ennis is one of the most athletically gifted, skilled, talented fighters in the world at any weight class. Jaron Ennis is a knockout artist and he's undefeated. Jaron Ennis does not know how to lose, and he has power in both hands. He doesn't have one punch knockout, start you power, but he has sort of this volume, stressful, wear you down, break you power. And sometimes that could be way more demoralizing than just getting caught with one punch. When I look at both guys side by side, Jaron Ennis, at this stage of his career, we haven't really seen him come into the fight as the smaller guy, but Lima will be the naturally bigger guy. Lima will be the taller guy. Ennis on paper does have a reach advantage. It's going to come down to what Ennis chooses to do in the firefight, what style of fight Ennis chooses to execute against Lima. Lima, we know what you're going to get. Front foot, forward, power shots, throw a jab, get in there, get in your opponent's face, and break you down. Some of Ennis' strengths are his counterboxing. He's going to have the speed advantage. He's going to have more offensive tools to use in this fight. Before we get into the Las Vegas odds, I do want to remind everybody in these videos, these are only my money line predictions. I'm going to give you just a winner and a loser. You have to stay tuned to my live streams and join the Discord because there's a few prop bets. There's some over and unders in this fight that are way more valuable in terms of getting more bang for our buck than the money line value is, whether you pick a winner or a loser. Guys, wherever you are in the world, let's pull out our betting apps. Currently on the money line, Jaron Ennis is a massive favorite. He's $1.04, meaning you put 100 on Jaron to win, you get money back plus $4. The draw is 33-1. Lima is a $14 underdog, meaning you put 100 on Lima to win, you get your money back plus $1,300. When I was breaking this fight down on my live stream, everybody was saying Boots by knockout. So if you like Boots by knockout, those odds are only $1.26. So $100 on Boots to win by knockout, you get your money back plus $26. Boots by decision is $4.30. So do you think that Lima could last the entire 12 rounds with Boots? If you do, $100 will get you your money back plus $345. There's an excellent over and under bet, meaning it's right now my book has it at 7.5, meaning that you could still take Boots by knockout and pick the over 7.5 and get the odds to increase from $1.26 to $1.90. I love that bet. I love the value in that bet, meaning that Jaron needs to win by knockout from rounds 8 to 12. And if he knocks Lima out in round 6, you lose your bet. But at $1.89, $1.90, I feel that value might be the play. You're going to have to stay tuned for my exact prediction on the live streams. But on the money line, I don't doubt that Lima's going to be tough. I don't doubt that Lima is going to make Jaron show him some things, but I also don't doubt that Jaron Ennis is going to get beat by Lima. I think Ennis will show out in front of his hometown once again. Hats off to Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. I mean, there was a time before Boots was signed with Matchroom where I said that the only thing missing in Jaron Ennis's career was being signed by a major promoter, and in the short time that Eddie has been handling his career, he's given Boots multiple headlining shows in Philadelphia in front of his hometown fans. And what this does is it allows Boots' star to grow, but more importantly, it allows Boots to share the love and allow his guys to be on these cards as well. So this undercard's great. I'm going to feature another fight on this undercard later in the week, so you're going to have to stay tuned. This is not an echo chamber in the comment section below. Maybe you guys see something that I don't. Does Lima come in as a huge road dog, huge B-side, 13-1, and upset the hometown kid Jaron Ennis? Or will this just be another stepping stone in the way of Jaron Ennis' path in becoming a 2-division world champion? Also, guys, stay tuned to the channel all week. We're going to be getting into a lot of the fights taking place in Canada, in the UK, and along on this card.